Hey everyone, in this video I wanted to go over what credit cards are currently in my wallet that I'm using on a daily basis for the first quarter of 2024. It's been about 6 months since my last What's in My Wallet video, so I wanted to update you all on what credit cards I'm currently using on a day-to-day basis, what kind of points I'm earning from those credit cards, and how I'm getting the most value from each credit card that I'm currently using at this time. So the first card that I have in my wallet is the No Annual Fee SoFi credit card. I usually keep this card in front of my wallet because I'm using it as my catalog credit card. So any purchase that usually doesn't fall under any of my other credit cards' higher elevated earning categories usually goes on this card. There are so many catalog credit cards that all offer a base rate of 2%, each with its own unique attributes and benefits. The SoFi credit card does offer that base rate of 2% cash back. But what drew me into applying for this card is that when I first applied for it back in the beginning of 2022, SoFi had a unique welcome offer of 3% cashback on all purchases for the first year up to $12,000 in spend. At the time that seemed like a great offer, but bringing it down now, the difference between the 2% and the 3% cashback on $12,000 in spend is $240 versus $360. So the 3% sign up bonus for that first year up to $12,000 in spend is only a difference of $120 cashback compared to the standard 2% cashback rate. A $120 bonus for spending $12K within the first year of the account opening is honestly not that great. There are so many other 2% cashback credit cards with better bonuses. For example, the No Annual Fee Wells Fargo Active Cash Card, you can earn a $200 cash reward bonus when you spend $500 in purchases in the first 3 months of account opening, which is a way better sign-up bonus compared to the SoFi credit card, in my opinion. The Wells Fargo Active Cash Card also earns a limited 2% cash back on all purchases, so it does make for a great catalog credit card. There are so many catalog credit cards that have a typical cash sign-up bonus, but honestly, the SoFi credit card sign-up bonus isn't the winning factor with this credit card. This card does make sense if you're already in the SoFi ecosystem and already banking with SoFi. As someone who has a SoFi savings account, which is currently offering a 4.6% APY, the SoFi credit card made sense to me when I first applied for it. The card also includes no foreign transaction fees, which did come in clutch when I visited the Bahamas last year, so that was my go-to credit card during that vacation. But overall, the SoFi credit card has been a staple in my wallet. I personally accumulated over 100,000 SoFi points since using it as my catalog credit card for the past few years. That was mostly possible by hitting the welcome offer 12K spend requirement for the first year to get 3 points for dollar spend. After the sign-up bonus, I pretty much put all my big spend on this card, so I was able to rack up points really quickly. Since for each dollar you spend, you get 2 points for it to get the 2% rate. SoFi points can redeem towards SoFi investing, savings, or checking account, redeemed as a statement credit, or transferred to a personal or student loan, all at a rate of 1 cent per point. I personally just been investing my SoFi points directly into my SoFi savings account to get the high interest rate that they're currently offering. Fortunately, I do plan on phasing the SoFi credit card out of my setup with the Capital One Venture X. The Venture X has that base rate of 2x miles on all purchases, but considering the Venture X is a premium travel credit card, the Venture X miles can be used for much more point redemption than the SoFi credit card. I've talked more about why I'm planning on switching to the Venture X in my last credit card roadmap video, so I won't go into all the details again in this video. The next card that I have in my wallet is the Bilt MasterCard. I was approved for this card back in October and it easily become one of my favorite credit cards since then. The Bilt MasterCard is currently the only card that offers 1x points back on rent payments without any transaction fees, up to 100,000 points per calendar year. Considering housing is my high spend category, this card was a no-brainer for me. So with my current rent, I'm currently earning around 1,600 to 1,700 Bilt points per month, or around 20,000 Bilt points per year. Thankfully, rent isn't the only way to earn points with this card. The card also offers 3x points back on dining, 2x points back on travel, and 1x points back on everything else. One of my favorite aspects of this card is the Bilt Rent Day. Bilt will have these different Bilt experiences on the first of the month to promote Rent Day. These can include free rent challenges or different status transfer bonuses. Another cool thing that Bilt does to promote Rent Day is that they will double these points earned on the first of the month. Therefore, that's 6x point back on dining, 4x back on travel, and 2x points back on everything else excluding rent. So the Bilt MasterCard becomes a very powerful dining credit card and a catalog credit card on the first of the month. I still have to keep this card in my wallet for the remainder of the month because to prevent card members from only using the card once a month for that 1x points back on rent, Bilt requires a minimum of 5 transactions each statement period with the card to earn any points. Fortunately, Bilt counts rent as one of the 5 transactions, so you only have to use the card another 4 times throughout each statement period. And since Bilt has a decent dining cashback rate of 3x points back, that is competitive against other credit cards I currently have in my setup. I've been using the Bilt MasterCard for a few dining purchases throughout the month. So Bilt makes it super easy to hit the minimum transactions per statement period. My strategy with this card is currently trying to save my Bilt points so I can literally transfer them out for travel. And since Bilt has some of the best transfer partners in the game right now for a no annual fee credit card, Bilt points that I earned can be transferred at a rate of 1-to-1 to a wide range of transfer partners, including American Airlines and Waldorf Hyatt. Bilt Rewards is the only transfer points program to offer American Airlines at a rate of 1-to-1. So I'm trying to save my Bilt points for the 3 times I travel each year to let transfer out to American Airlines with a rate of 1-to-1. The next card that I have in my wallet is the Chase Freedom Unlimited. This card offers a limited 1.5% cashback on all purchases, 3% cashback on dining at drugstores, and 5% cashback on Chase travel. This card honestly only sees a little use. If it wasn't for the SoFi credit card, this would probably be my catch-all credit card because it does offer a limited 1.5% cashback on all purchases. I know that isn't the typical 2% cashback rate that the SoFi credit card offers, but with the Freedom Unlimited, the Chase Ultimate Reward points earned from that card can later be transferred for better value to the Chase Sapphire Preferred or Reserve. Now, of course, the cashback rate will all vary depending on many factors. Getting over 2% through travel redemption with the Freedom Unlimited is common. I do, however, use this card for most of my dining purchases because of the 3% cashback on dining. So after I hit the Bilt 5-minute transactions for that card, the Unlimited becomes my go-to dining cashback card. So that's usually where most of my points earned from this card come from. And since I do travel at Costco once or twice a month, I'm using this as my main Costco credit card. The Unlimited is a Visa, and fortunately Costco only takes Visa in stores. Another way that I use the Unlimited is for the free times I find a tempting Chase offer in the app. Chase usually doesn't promote this often, and I honestly forget about it most of the time. But in the Chase app, they have offers where we can get an elevated percentage or cashback on certain merchants. I try to scroll through the offers every week to see if there's something that I would find of value, or if it's something that I would already purchase from a certain merchant. So the main reason why I got the Chase Freedom Unlimited was to start building up the Chase Trifecta, which includes cards like the Chase Freedom Flex, Unlimited, and either the Sapphire Preferred or Reserve. The Freedom cards in this Trifecta can transfer points to the Sapphire cards, making the points earned from the Freedom cards much more valuable. Even though this isn't my most used credit card right now, I still want to rack up my Chase Freedom Unlimited points so I can once add the Sapphire Preferred or Reserve, I can transfer the points earned to one of those cards. The final card in my wallet is the Prime Visa credit card. This is easily one of my favorite store credit cards because it offers 5% cashback on Amazon and Whole Foods. And considering Amazon is a marketplace that sells pretty much everything, a 5% discount on any purchase on Amazon is amazing, especially for a store retail credit card. The Prime Visa also offers 5% cashback on Chase Travel, 2% cashback at gas stations, 2% cashback at restaurants on dine-in or takeout, 2% cashback on local transit and commuting, including rideshare, and finally, a limited 1% cashback on everything else. The Prime Visa credit card is easily one of the best online shopping credit cards due to its high reward rates on Amazon purchases with no spending caps, and tons of cashback categories for a retail card. I keep this card in the back of my wallet for the few times I go to Whole Foods each month. Other than that, I already have the card loaded onto my Amazon app, and the limited 2% cashback categories aren't anything special and can be covered by any other 2% catch-all card. So while the Prime Visa is a no annual fee credit card, the only caveat is that in order to get 5% cashback in those categories, you will have to have a Prime membership. If you aren't a Prime member and interested in joining, it comes out to around $14.99 per month or $139 per year. Therefore, the Prime membership of $130 a year is kind of the annual fee for this card because it is required to get the highest cashback rewards. So technically, the Prime Visa is my only annual fee credit card. If I ever decide to cancel my Prime membership, those categories will drop down to 3% cashback. I don't ever see myself canceling my Prime membership anytime soon. I've earned almost $300 cashback last year with this credit card, so this card is definitely a staple cashback card in my wallet, and definitely offsets the cost of my Prime membership yearly fee. So I currently have just these 4 credit cards in my wallet that I'm using on a daily basis. This isn't my ideal credit card setup, but I do think I'm getting the most value from each credit card that I have in my wallet. I still have the same credit card strategy since starting my credit card journey, which is to build a hybrid setup with a slight focus on cashback. But since I do travel a few times a year, I like to offset my setup with a few travel credit cards and earn cashback to maximize my everyday spend. I hope to maintain the strategy into 2024. So to help with that, I plan on tweaking the setup throughout this year by adding at least 2 new credit cards. I won't go into what those credit cards are since I went over that in my last credit card roadmap video. But as I mentioned in that video, I'm excited to see how I adapt my wallet throughout the year. And as my travel and spending habits change throughout the year, the credit cards that I use daily might adapt to it as well. But I will of course update you all on any changes that I make throughout the year. Let me know in the comments below what credit cards are in your wallet for the first quarter of 2024. And if you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching.